morning. Welcome back to Homestead Kickoff Week. It's day 2. I hope you had so much fun yesterday connecting with new friends and enjoying the classes. It was a fun day and we learned a lot together about soil and composting, and we even had a little church in the process. It was a good day, and today is going to be even better. So the theme for day 2 of Kickoff Week is seed starting for year-round growing. How many of you would like to be able to realistically grow food for your family all year long? Or grow food for your family in a period of the year that would produce enough to feed your family 12 months a year? If you want to learn to grow that much food, drop a heart. So I know you're here and you're the ones listening who are ready for what I'm about to tell you. So growing food on a consistent basis can be overwhelming when you begin. When I started my very first garden, y'all, was in 5-gallon buckets. Has anybody ever had a bucket garden before? Now I'm gardening on like these huge plots of land, but back when I started, it was just buckets. And then I moved from buckets to beds, and I did some raised beds, and I kind of got the hang of gardening on a small scale. I got some wins under my belt, and that gave me some confidence to plant bigger areas. And as it went on and on and on, I learned. And then in 2019, my family had been praying for like 2 or 3 years at that point for an opportunity to homestead. Now, looking back, if I could go back and tell 2019 me anything, I would say, you're waiting on this magical piece of property. You're waiting on the perfect opportunity. You're waiting on when you have enough money. I just had excuse after excuse for what it had to look like before I could start homesteading. And I would get on YouTube and I would spend hours watching all these videos of the homesteaders. Drop your favorite homesteader. If you're like me and you're watching all the things on YouTube, drop who you like to watch. So I was getting all this inspiration and encouragement, but at the end of the day, I was very stuck. And if I could go back, I would tell myself back then, girl, you are not as stuck as you think. Looking back, I could have done a lot more than I thought. I could have had some backyard quail. I could have raised a whole lot more food if I had had the strategies I have now. Back then, I probably realistically could have fed my whole family out of a bucket garden for the year. It is possible, but seed starting is a big part of it because you have to be super strategic in your timing and your succession planting. And so that's what we want to teach you today. This entire day is going to be about seed starting skills. So we've got a few workshops for you. Our main workshop is going to be happening at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is going to be in less than an hour. And my dear friend Jill from Whispering Willow Farm is going to be teaching you that class. Now, let me tell you a little secret about my friend Jill from Whispering Willow Farm. She's live right now too, so when you get off of my live, you can go ahead and jump on her live. She is precious, and we are dear friends, but we garden on completely different ways, okay? Jill's in Arkansas, I'm in North Carolina. Jill has young children. I have teenagers and young adult children. We're both homeschool moms. We're both homesteading as our full-time jobs. And we both have Instagram accounts where we share our lives. And this has been months and months ago, Jill sent me a message and she was like, I feel like we both kind of teach this whole growing food thing, but we each have a little bit of a different angle to it based on our season of life and our climate. And she was like, what if we got together and we put our strategies together and we created a real simple blueprint people could walk through that would realistically help families grow food. And we could really feed a lot of hungry babies by teaching their parents to grow food at home. And I loved the idea. I was immediately yes, and I trust Jill fully. And so I was of course. And so we started working on this. When I tell you guys, we have a workshop planned. It's April 15th. It's going to be called The Self-Sufficient Family Garden, How to Grow All the Food Your Family Needs. This workshop, y'all, is currently like a 500-page Google Doc. Not really 500, but we have put so much work, hours and hours and hours of tightening our strategies up. Like, looking through this, is this going to work? We want it to work for you, and I'm confident it will, like 100%. Like, this is the gift I want in your hands. So, at first, when we planned this, we were like, well, we're going to charge, and it'll help both of our families. Like, honest to goodness truth, neither one of us are like independently wealthy. We're just real people, real homesteaders trying to pay off our mortgages, you know. And so we were like, let's sell tickets, and that'll help our families, and we can give all this, you know, information in a really easy to access way. And so I was like, great. Well, then Jill and I both are Christians, and we both love the Lord, and we were both going to be part of this Homestead bundle that's happening this week. Jill has a book called Summer of Sourdough in there, and I have my companion planning guide in there. And so we were looking at that and kind of chatting through how we were going to share it with y'all and with our communities, and the idea came up, like, what if we just give everybody a ticket to our workshop who grabs the bundle this week? And it was like a moment pause where we were both like, we could potentially lose like thousands of dollars if we do this. Let's do it. Like, this is why Christian businesses do not operate the same as the world businesses. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to give it to you. All you got to do is get your Homestead bundle, and you get her book, you get my book. There's like 78 things in there in total. You can save them. You can have them whenever you want to get back to them. Save them for this winter when you have time. It's garden season. I get it. I don't have time to do courses right now, but I love these things in the winter, and so I will put them in a Google Drive folder so I can get to them as I have time. And they're also fun like on rainy summer days. So all you got to do to get in to the workshop I'm doing with Jill is snag your Homestead bundle today, and you can just comment kickoff right now. And when we get off this little live call, when you go to your DMs, you'll have all that information waiting for you, how to get your free ticket to the webinar, all that good stuff. So I will give this little disclaimer. This webinar will not be hosted on Instagram. It will not be on like a free platform like this. It's going to be a ticketed event. And with that, Jill and I have to pay for a place to host it. So seats are going to be limited. And we want as many of you in there as we possibly can get. And so to be just completely like forthcoming with you, the more bundles we sell, the more people we can afford to bring to the workshop. So if you want to help us, a lot of times I get like the question, how can we support you? How can we pray for you? If you can share about this bundle and this webinar we're going to do, the Self-Sufficient Family Garden, like if you'll tell your friends, that's the biggest thing you can do to support me and my family and Jill and her family and you and your family. Like I feel like we all win with this method and this strategy. So if you purchased the bundle yesterday, yes, Kathy, you are in. So the way it works is once you've purchased your bundle, you are automatically saved a seat. You're guaranteed a spot in the class. If at any point we get to a place where it's like, this is getting unmanageable, like it's too many people and we have to cut it off, I will let you know. So unless you have heard me say or gotten an email from me that says, okay, it's full, you can grab a seat. And like, we're willing to spend the big bucks if we need to get a room big enough to hold all of us, because we want y'all to grow food, you know? So any other questions or comments before we jump off? I'm not going to keep you long this morning. We were live like 3 times yesterday, Josh and I were, and so today we're actually going to go farm a little bit. But I'll be back with you tonight. Josh and I are coming on at 7. We're going to do another Stories of Hope night. And during this one, Josh is going to tell you his story. He actually asked me if he could share his health story from how he was in heart failure in his 20s and was diagnosed with a rare heart condition, had open heart surgery when we were 28. I kissed him goodbye and honestly thought I'd never see him alive again. We went through some hard things and we've never really told y'all that story. And we're going to tell it to you tonight at 7. So join us tonight at 7 Eastern time. I'm going to give you one last second to comment kickoff so that the bundle and that free workshop information will be waiting for you in your inbox when this ends. And I just want y'all to know what a blessing you are to me. This community is precious, and I don't consider you guys strangers on the internet. Like, y'all are my tribe. You are my friends. I pray for you. I recognize your names, even as I'm like watching this list of people. I recognize your names. You're in my inbox. You're sending me messages. And even if I don't always respond, I'm seeing them. And like, I love y'all to pieces. So thank you. Thank you for supporting my family and for showing up over and over again. All right, y'all, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to run through one last time the schedule for today for those who are just coming in. We're on day 2 of Homestead Kickoff Week. Today's theme is seed starting for year-round growing. We're talking all about seeds, and Jill is teaching our main workshop for today in 45 minutes. So at 10 Eastern time, you can jump on her page, Whispering Willow Farm. And then at Solely Rested at 2 p.m., there's going to be a class. And then tonight at 7 p.m., I'll be live again with Josh. That's the schedule for today. It's all posted in my stories, so you can see the whole schedule at a glance. And there's also a little freebie in my stories today where you can get my free quick start guide to seed starting. So you've got something like you can print and put in your greenhouse or put by your seed supplies, and it actually has step-by-steps for you. So, all right, y'all, I hope you have a beautiful morning. Go get you some tea. I'm having my allergy relief blend because pollen. And then I'll be back with you in the comments section to watch Jill's class at 10. So I'll see you in the comments. Say hey to me when we get there. Bye, y'all.